Hi everyone, good morning. Hi everyone, good morning. So yeah, how is everyone doing? Good morning. Sorry. So yeah, how is everyone doing? Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Hariharan. So let us start. Okay. Or should we wait for a few more people? Bolo. Okay, let us wait for 2 more minutes, then we'll start. Okay. Let us wait for 2 more minutes and we'll start. Okay. Meanwhile, let me quickly give you the agenda for today. Okay. Yeah, I remember Parag. I will take that up. Yeah. Meanwhile, matlab, the big thing we are going to do in next 10 classes is right? We are doing a movie booking, correct? The next 10 classes. So I want to give you the session for that only. I want to start with that for now. Okay. I will take the session on WebSockets later on. Probably in the next, I will take it in between. I will take one separate session on WebSockets. Okay. So let me quickly share my screen. Give me a minute. ठीक है. So now we are starting with movie booking. Let me quickly share the slide with you guys. ठीक है. ठीक है. Let me quickly download this. Desktop. ठीक है. Let me add it here. Yes, Joseph, I am starting with movie application today. Okay. The title is slightly off, but yeah, I want to start with movie booking. It's a long thing. It's a big thing. It will take time as well. So I want to start it today itself. Okay. ठीक है. So let me quickly. Okay, so we'll start with building the movie resource API. Okay, so now agenda for basically not today, but yeah, for the KO is what is movie booking app, what is the app overview, then requirement gathering and actor profiles, what are the various use cases we'll handle, then setting up project structure and database, setting up data models for the movie item, API for CRUD operation, movie resources, ability to create, return, update, and delete movies. Okay, so this is agenda now for people who are not very even who are not very comfortable with these things. Try to follow this app as we go ahead. I will do it for extremely scratch. ठीक है, we'll do it from total scratch. ठीक है, even if you are aware, please be involved in the class. If you know everything, then also you will get to learn a lot of things. Even if you are not very confident in Node.js and all, still you should come to the class. You will, after this 10 12 class, honestly saying, after this next 10 classes, you will be in a very good situation to say that you have good basic understanding of API design, right? CRUD operations, how to build APIs and all. Okay, so I will try to cover a lot of things. Okay, in these next 10 classes around. Okay, next basically 9 to 10 classes. Okay, So I hope the agenda is clear. Okay. So I think we can start. Any doubts before we start? Any doubts? Okay. Okay. Any doubts before we start? No. Okay. Okay. So now movie booking application. Okay. Suraj, I told you right. It's not about just today. Love, it's about the next 9, 10 classes. There are a lot of things I will create in the movie booking. Okay. So today we are starting with the basic movie APIs, then we'll move to the theater APIs, then we'll be have the relationship between theaters and movies, then we'll move on to middlewares, authentication, authorization, then uh, ticket booking, right? Then notification system, email. In the end, we'll have a email also. Then finally deployments. These are the topics for next few classes. Okay. No, Hariharan. In this, we won't implement WebSockets. In between, I will take one separate class on WebSockets entirely. Okay. In between, I will have one complete 3 hour session on WebSockets where I will introduce you to WebSocket and I will help you with one small application. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So now you can start with this. Okay. You can read what we are trying to do. We are going to create a movie booking application that is similar to Book My Show. In this application, users can book movies directly from the application and payment can also be done online. Okay. This help in pre-booking of the movie. User can book movies at any instance of time. Okay. Okay. Pre-booking, right? Below are the main features of a movie booking application. Users can book movies anytime, anywhere online. Users can view the movies and their show timings. Okay. Cinema owners can inform the users about the new release and the discounts we can get from this. Well, because this is slightly advancing. Payment can be easily done online without any issue. Okay. Users can pre-plan their schedule to enjoy the movie. So there are a lot of things, but at least you are clear with the basic requirements, right? Right. So these are the basic requirements for you guys. Okay. Now, right. Now, so these are the various features that are available. Okay. So I will show you the features as well. Okay. So quickly I will read about the feature one. Take 5 minutes, 2 minutes and read about the feature one and see if it makes sense to you. Read about the feature one. Root admin will be registered directly in the database. That is fine. Other system admin will be registered in the app with the approval of the root admin. Clear first upon this point? Okay. First admin will be registered directly. Other root admin will be registered in the database with the approval of the root admin. Now clients can register to the system but will require approval from system administrator. Clients are owner of theater. Okay. Customer can directly register to the system because customers are end users. Login API will return system admin clients and customer can access token that will be required to access. That makes sense, right? They're talking about JWT tokens. So I think if you try to see, there are three type of users you can see over here. Well, what are the three type of users can you see over here? Tell me. What are the three type of users you can see over here? What are the three types of users you can see over here? Bolo. This is the first. Well, what type of users? Uh, Basically, we have users. Not I'm talking about the users. No, I'm not talking about the models and all. Basically, you can see one is admin type of user. Other is client and third is customer. Correct? Client, customer, and admin. Customer is the one who books the movie. Client is the owner of a movie booking application. Owner of a theater. And admin is anyone who can see the backend as well, right? Backend things, right? Everything. Okay, admin is you can say, right? Okay. So there are three different type of users that we have to register for our application. Okay, you saw that, right? Okay. So I hope it is clear. Now, this is the feature two. Read about the feature two. Read about feature two. Read about feature two. So basically, what do we have? Bolo. What do we have initially? Setting up the uh, model for theater resource, ability to create a new theaters, ability to update existing theater, get all the theater, filter theater on the basis of the penacity, ability to delete an existing theater. Basically, it's nothing but CRUD operation. You have to create a CRUD operation for theater. You have to add a new theater. You have to look location for that. You have to add a updated theater. Basically, this is what CRUD operation for theaters. Okay. I hope it is clear. Now let us go ahead. Feature 3. Read it. Read the feature 3. So if you try to see, create, update, delete movie halls and movies. So add the movies inside the theaters. In the previous feature, what did we did? We created a new theater. In this, you have to do what? You have to, if you try to see, add the movies inside a theater. Okay. Now this means movie is another model. Correct? Movie is another model. You have to add a movie inside a theater. Okay. Remove the movie inside a theater. Get the list of theaters in which movie is running. List of theaters in which a movie is running. Okay. Search if a movie is running in any theater. If a particular movie is running in any theater, search if a movie is running in any specific theaters. Right. So now, first of all, one thing you are clear is you have to create a new movie model. एक movie का model होगा, right? Movie will have its a separate ID. Correct? Movie model होगा. Just like theater is a model, right? It will have theater ID and everything. Movie, there will be a movie model with primary key as movie ID. Correct? With primary key as movie ID. Correct? Correct? Right? Now, this makes sense, right? After this, what you will do? You will associate this movie ID with a theater. So one theater can have many movies. Correct? One movie can belong to many theaters. So it's like what kind of relationship? It's the n is to n or many to many relationship. Clear, everyone? I gave you example also on that day, right? How do we handle these things, right? Okay. How do we handle these things? Okay. So we'll see how will we handle this in code. But yeah, I hope it is clear to you guys. Okay. So now this is the association we have to handle in our code. Okay. I hope this is clear. This is slightly no one will tell you directly. That's just telling you features. You have to think what all models you have to create. Okay. Go ahead. And what is the fourth feature? Read. Read the fourth feature. What is the fourth feature? So basically, set up data model for booking and transaction. So transaction is one model, or we can say booking one booking. Booking will have a booking ID, theater ID, movie ID. All these things are booking. This is a booking will have, right? Correct. A booking was done for what particular information with what. Then authentic. Malab now authenticated APIs or allowing. This means what? Only authenticated or as well as authorized persons should be allowed to perform the booking. No random person will be allowed to make the booking, right? Correct. Whenever we have a booking, we should know what user is. So basically, in a booking, there should be what? A customer ID. Correct. There should be a customer ID in the correct. Right. There should be a customer ID. Right. Okay. Now, ability to cancel the booking, ability to complete the payment with a given time frame. Now, that is fine. This is an extended feature, not a basic feature. Okay, within a given time frame. Okay, that is fine. Okay, but you are clear. From this, we need to create a booking model, transaction model. Every time a booking is done, we have to do what? create an entry. Cancel a booking means there should be a way to update the, basically you have to have a CRUD operation for booking transactions, but this will be complex because you have to handle a lot of things. Let us say someone cancels the booking, right? In that case, you might have to update your existing tables, right? And then you might have to update the available seats as well, kind of thing. Well, if you are having that, okay. Features of CRM? No, this is not CRM. This is movie booking basically, okay. Features of, so basically API for getting a list of all the movies, okay. API for getting the movie based on movie ID. I think this is what we can do in this session. एक बार पढ़ लो, ठीक है. Try to read this. Try to read this. मतलब what we can do as a first steps. Try to read this if it makes sense to you guys. Does this make sense? Correct. We have to create basically CRUD on movies. ठीक है. तो should we start? Hello, should we start? ठीक है. Now we'll go very slowly, not slowly, मतलब at least we'll do each and everything properly. Okay. Okay. चलो. So now it will be fun. Okay, please try to be interactive as much as possible. Anything you want to ask, stop me. Okay, anything you want to ask, stop me. It's your duty to ask questions, right? You have paid for this. I am also getting paid for this. It's your duty to take the best out of me. I'm already trying to give you my best, but yeah, you have to make sure that I am giving the best. Okay. Now, देखो, always as a good backend developer, you should also be concerned about front end. Okay. So I can give you a slight idea of what front end will look like. I have one front end application that is running. Okay. I will run that and I will show you that kind. I do not have a complete application running, but yeah, I can give you some idea of how you have to create APIs. Okay. Okay. We have front end part because front end by the end of the day, front end will call you, right? Your APIs, right? So you should always be, not only you should always be concerned about what the let me quickly share my screen. Give me 1 minute. Okay, share screen. Okay, can you see my? Okay, can you see this? Can you see the screen? This is the. Can you see? Okay, can you see the movie booking application front end? Okay, so this is a kind of front end that I'm running in my local. Okay, so you have to use create APIs for this. Okay. Okay, this is a batch I took in the front end batch. I took a front end batch for movie booking also. So in this I created this. Okay, in that I created this. So this is what you have to trigger. So you can see all the movies are coming here with image. Okay, so now this is your landing page kind of thing. It has a list of movies from a backend perspective. What you have to give here? A list of movies, right? A list of recommended movies. Then if I click on any of the movie, it should take me to the movie details page. In this, you can see we have a trailer. We have a trailer here. Okay, so basically you have to give a kind of a URL in the details, then movie details. All these are the all about the movie details. Clear everyone this point? Clear everyone this point? Okay. Now, as soon as I click on book ticket, it should take me to the theaters. It should be a theaters page. That for that particular movie, what all theaters are available. Fun cinemas, PVR cinemas, IMAX cinemas. Okay. Then again movie details here. Then these are theater details. Then click on Fun cinemas. It should take you to the movie booking page. यहाँ पे it should show you the seats. I don't have the functionality ready for this, but I can show you a screenshot. कि seats के लिए भी not sure seats के लिए you no need to create. ठीक है. Seats के लिए we are not going for now. Not Joseph. I only created this, not completely developed. Ideally, yes, it is completely developed. It's a full stack as well as backend. It's a backend is separate, front end is separate. In the front end app, I used the APIs I created in backend to make them learn front end. For you guys, I will be creating the APIs. Got it? Okay. Got it right? Okay. Okay. So now I was showing you seats also. The next page will be for seats, something like this, not this. Wait. Hmm. Okay, ignore. मतलब, how do I clear it? ठीक है. But you got the point, right? With React backend, yeah, I will use React. Correct. मतलब, you are saying Parag ki will use okay, front end with React. You are saying front end with React. Yes, yeah. This is a completely the front end that I showed you. I made it using simply React only. It's a simple React only. Okay. It's a very simple React only. Okay. Okay. It looks good, right? Okay. Yeah. Now I hope your expectation is clear. I will close this. Okay. Okay. Now our expectations is what? We will start with the entirely basic web app. Okay. Okay. So I will go to VS Code. Go to VS Code. We'll start everything from scratch. Okay. Go to VS Code. Where is VS Code here? Let me click on new. This is, let me close this. This I run for you guys to show you. Okay. This is the front end code. I will remove this for now. Okay. Let me create a new window. New window. Okay. This let me hide. Okay. This let me hide. Okay. So let me create a uh, uh, basically, okay. Let me go to create a new file, right? Or basically, let me say new file. Okay, where should I create in UT Malik? Let me create a new folder called as movie booking application underscore backend. Okay, movie booking application underscore backend. Okay, backend. Okay, backend. Okay, MB underscore backend. Okay, and inside of this, I will create nothing for now. Okay, I will not create anything now. Uh, no need hurry and no need for separate folders. That is fine. Okay, I will show you how we can use GitHub to do that. Okay, we'll see. So let me use MBA backend. Right? Click on open. Okay, click on open. How do we start any new thing over here? We are inside of MBA backend. How do we do? Simply do npm init. Correct? Simply do npm init. Okay. So basic npm enter. So you will see this will give you what? Package.json file that is required, right? This will give you a simple package.json file. Okay. Now what all basic things you have to follow? What all basic things you need in a typical application? Okay, I think you know what all basic things. Express. Then go ahead. Express चाहिए होता. Then what do we need? Mongoose. Correct. Then मतलब mongoose हो गया तो. Then we need body parser. You know body parser? JSON web tokens. Correct. Body parser we need. Bcrypt we need. Correct. ठीक है. So I will go as we go ahead. ठीक है. I will do it. ठीक है. For now, let me take few basic ones. ठीक है. npm install. Let me take very basic. Express तो चाहिए. We need mongoose. Then we need bolo. Okay, nodemon is fine. Nodemon is neat. Then for loading env file, what do we use? Did you use this .env for loading env files? You use this, right? .env. I think these are the basic things we need, right? Okay, very important, body parser, right? Photos ke bina to we won't be able to parse the body parser. Okay. So now let me do what? Enter. Let all of them install. Okay. Meanwhile, also let us set up a what? Set up a MongoDB cluster. ठीक है, तो let me open MongoDB Atlas. ठीक है, let me open MongoDB Atlas. Over there I will open what? MongoDB Atlas. ठीक है, what do I need to do over here? Let me click on sign in. We'll try to create a new cluster, right? ठीक है, let me open with Google. ठीक है, let me, okay, this is paused, right? This cluster is paused. Let me do what? Connect. ठीक है, I will connect with this. ठीक है, how do I basically this is a cluster that we can use. Okay, how do we unpause it? Okay, it has few collections. ठीक है, I will, there is, that is fine, we don't care about that. by the end of the day we'll use this cluster. The point is we'll use this cluster. Okay, we'll use this cluster. Okay, ठीक है. Monitoring is fast. ठीक है. So now real time. ठीक है, that is fine. ठीक है. So you have to create this in this cluster project we have, right? Okay, that is fine. Some food app. I don't know what this is. ठीक है. So basically this is one cluster that is available. I will try to use this cluster. Okay. Okay, I will try to use this cluster. ठीक है. So nodemon spellings are galat. ठीक है. It was wrong. Okay, it was nodemon. ठीक है. Let us see what is installed. None of the thing is installed. What happened? Hmm? Okay, now I think it has installed all of them. You can see it has installed all of them. Correct? Okay. Now tell me one thing. Is nodemon your direct dependencies or it is a dev dependency? Bolo. Is nodemon your direct dependency or it should be your dev dependency? It should be a dev dependency, right? Correct. So remove it from here, nodemon, add it to dev dependencies. Okay. So add a what? Dev dependencies here. Okay. Inside of this add what? What? Nodemon. This thing you should add over here. Okay. It should be in the dev dependencies. Okay. You can add it directly via console also, that is fine. But it is your dev dependencies. Okay. That is fine. Okay. Now this is fine. Now after this we need to do what? Well, you have created a basic package.json file. Now what do you need to do? What do you need to do? Now after this you need to create a basic server.js kind of thing, right? Let us create our basic server.js. Okay. So let me create a basic server.js. Okay. So how do I create? Bolo. So create a new file here called as server.js. Okay. Right. Now what do I need to do here? Bolo. What do I need to do here? Bolo. What do I need to do here? Okay. Now basically you need to have what? Let it do. Let us first install Express. Okay. So constants Express is equal to require. I will simply say require. I will simply say what? Express. Okay. Require Express. Okay. Express. Okay. Now what do I need to do? Okay. I will simply say constant app is equal to Express. Okay. Okay. Then also what do I need to do? I will need to do what? Bolo. I need to simply do what? App dot do something. Let us say app dot what? Bolo. App dot what should we say? Let us say get. Okay. Simply for now, let us say it takes some simple like this. Let us say what? Let us say it, response dot send. Let us say request comma response. Simply say response dot send what? What? Inside what? Movie booking application. Okay. Now let me save this. Okay. Let me do npm start also meanwhile. Npm. Okay. Before this, we need to add some port and all, right? Correct. So what should we add? We should to add app.listen, right? Correct. Ideally, app.listen. Okay. On what port it should listen? Let's say it should listen 8000. Okay. Then you should have something like this. Okay. Now I'll simply say, let us say console.log what? Application running on port 8000. Okay. Now let me save it. Let me do npm start. npm start. Okay. Okay. So now ideally, Likith, if you see npm start, you are saying difference. If you go to package.json, Ideally by default start क्या करेगा, मतलब there is ideally no difference. If you see, if you do npm start, what is actually doing behind the scenes? Did you see what it is actually doing behind the scenes? This only, right? Correct. So it, well, that is same thing. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, so Aradhya, where is your question? We need to start server by express. That is you are saying. Can you explain what dev dependency? Aradhya, dev dependency you are saying? So dev dependency is anything that is only required for development. Okay, okay. That are only required for dev dependencies. I can show you that there's a good, you can read about it here. It's a very good thing. Well, very good link. Okay. Now dependencies is in package.json there are object called dependencies, and it consists of all the packages that are used in the project with this version number. So whenever you install any library that is required in your project, you can find it in the dependencies project. Okay. Now go to dev dependencies. In package.json file, there is an object called dev dependencies, and it consists of all the packages that are used in the project in its development phase and not in the production or testing environment with its version number. So whenever you want to install any library that is required only in the development phase, right, you can do it like this. Okay, 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 clear. Well, I did it manually. You can see if you do hyphen save dev, it will add it to correct, Aradhya. It is just for development, right? You know, right? What it does, it simply refreshes the page, right? Automatically on save. That is what it does. It restarts the server automatically. That is what Node 1 does, right? It restarts the server automatically on every page save. Correct? Right. So yeah, in production, there is no save and all, right? If an app is running, it's running. Correct? So it's just a thing. So you can use this link. It's a very good explanation over here. Okay. 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 So uh, now let us go back here. Okay. So now ideally you can do what? Ideally you should start with nodemon, correct? So you can have another script yourself. You can create a script for yourself. Let us say you can have a dev start kind of thing. You can create your own script. Let us say for running in normal. Let us say it is dev start. What do we need to do for dev start? Let us say nodemon space server dot js. Okay. That is what you do, right? So now you can do what? Simply do npm dev start. Sorry. Okay. Okay, wait. Uh, you have to do npm run dev start. Okay. npm run dev start. Okay. This will help you to run the nodemon. It is running on 8000. Now if I go to localhost 8000, localhost 8000 of my, you will see that inside movie booking application. Clear everyone till now? Are things clear till now? Okay. Now this is what most of the people will do. Okay. This is what most of the people will do. But now writing all these things, port number and all, is it do should we write this in server.js? No, right? We should never write in all these things in your server.js, right? Not even basically these are config variables, right? So you should move all the configs to a separate folder, right? Ideally, the best practice is create a separate folder for server configs and DB configs. Okay. So over here, I can create a new file called as a new folder called as or file. I think file. Okay, folder we can create for configs. Okay. Let me create a new folder called as configs. It should have a different all kind of configs. First of all, let me create a server config. So server dot config dot js. Okay, this will create all server configs. Now, what all server configs do you guys have? I think what do you have this? It should be the port number, correct? Correct. It should be the port number. Now tell me how will we bolo bolo. Now tell me one thing. How should we load it? How should we load it? Bolo. How should we load it? Port is equal to 3000. That is fine. I will add it. That is fine. So now how should we load it? That's the next question. How should we load it? How should we load it? Right. So ideally, I have to create it like this, right? So go to server, okay? Go to server, okay? Here I have to use that, right? I will simply say constant not DB. This is what? Server configs, right? So server configs is equal to require, ठीक है? Simply say dot slash configs dot slash, why didn't come? Sorry, dot slash config slash server.config. ठीक है? It will have the server configs. Correct. Now it will have the server config. Now what do we need to do? Now whenever we do, simply we'll have what? Server config dot port. ठीक है? तो in this we have to export what? In server config you have to do what? Module dot exports. ठीक है? Module dot exports equals, what do you need to do? बोलो. Right. So now port number. Now the point is, where should we install the port number? Should we write it like this? Should I write it like this? No, Aradhya, no. Should we write it like this? No, right? So ideally it should be in the ANV file. That is correct. So environmental variables are what? Specific to the place where your code is deployed. Abhi to local way, so I will create a new file called as what? New file called as .env. Correct? .env file. Okay. So create a new file called as .env file. In this you will try to store what? Bolo, port is equal to what? 8,000. Okay. Now how will you load it? That's the next question. How will you load it? Using .env we used, right? So where do you want to load it? Go to server.config. Here you will not write it like this. Here you will write what? Process.env.port. Got it? Ready to get the point? Here you will write process.env dot port. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Now will it automatically come to this process.env? No, right? We have to use .env and we have to do that. Correct? So we have to use .env. Okay. We have to use .env. Let me do that. So I will simply do require here, right? Require. What did we use? .env dot config. Okay. It's how we call this. So this will load all the env variables in the process.env. Okay. So now let me save it. Okay. Let me save it. Now here what I will use? Here what I will use? Server in, go to server.js. Here I will use what? Server config dot port. Here also I will do application running on port. Okay, let me make it a template string. Let me make it a template string on port. I will simply say $. I will simply say what? Server config dot. Okay, that is what do we have to do. Okay, now let me do what? npm run dev start. npm run dev start. Application running on port 8000. Clear everyone? Is everyone clear till now? Okay. So now it's running on 8000. Matlab we are automatic. We are able to segregate it. This means it's loading right. I will show you the env file. That's fine. Okay. So I hope till now things are clear. Now let us go back to server.js. Now what all things do we need in server.js? Bolo. What are the other things we need mostly? Bolo. We need mongoose, right? We need the mongoose. So we'll install mongoose. We'll simply say constant mongoose is equal to require what? MONGOOSE, require mongoose. Okay. Now what do we need to do? Mongoose.connect we have to do, right? Always, correct? So here I can do if you want directly mongoose.connect. Okay. Here I will have the URL, correct? Now where should I get the URL? I need to get it from the MongoDB atlas, correct? So here I need to use, click on connect. Okay, connect with our application. Here I will use this particular thing I have to use. Okay. Okay. So I will copy this. Okay. I paste it somewhere for now. Okay. Okay. Let me. I might have used it somewhere. Okay. I already have this. Okay. I think this is my URL that will work. Okay. This is my URL that might work. Okay. Is it same? Let me similar, right? हाँ, तो I think this will work. This is the my username and password. ठीक है, this will work. So let me put what? Uh, we can do what? MongoDB is here. ठीक है, तो let me do what? Put it here. ठीक है, and then let me do what? That is what you have to do, right? Always you have to use this like this. Then you have to pass a callback function over here. ठीक है, I need to pass a callback function over here. ठीक है, simply do what? बोलो. Simply do what? Console.log what? Connected to MongoDB. ठीक है, MongoDB for now. ठीक है, now second I think you can also pass what? What I think other argument as another function. Let us say error. Let us say console.log what? Error as बोलो. Simply say error dot message. ठीक है, ठीक है. So now I hope it makes sense. Let me save it. ठीक है. So is okay. Can you see connected to MongoDB? मतलब it's working fine. Did you see? It is showing connected to MongoDB. Clear everyone? This means we are able to connect to MongoDB. Are things clear till now? Are things clear till now? ठीक है. So now, do we store all these in the directly? Should we store this MongoDB URL here only? Should we store it here? No, right? No, right? What is the correct place to do this? What is the correct place to do this? Bolo. What is the correct place to store this? It should be in the. It should be where? Bolo. It should be in the .env file. That is correct. But it should come via server config. Not. It should be in the configs, not in the environmental variables. देखो, in what should we add in your env file and what should add in config file? Ideally, your config should come via configs package. But is it an environmental variable? No, right? Is it DB is not an environment variable, right? Right? So irrespective of what environment you run, DB URL will remain same. Correct? Correct? Hana? Right? Port number can change. Port number can change. In your locality 8000, let us say you deploy it to some Heroku. Over there it might be, let us say 9,000. Okay. So port number might change on where you have deployed. So we don't need to add DB URL in the env file. Obviously you have to pass it via config. But what I'm trying to say is no need to do what? Add it to the env file. Okay. So now let me go to server. I created server configs, right? Similarly, let me create a new file called as db.config.what js. Okay. Here I need to export that thing. So module.export equals. Okay. Now I need to have a db name and a db URL. Let me say something like a db underscore name. I need to have some db name. Okay. DB name. Okay. Let us say this is movie booking application underscore DB. It's a movie booking application. Okay. Then we need to have a DB underscore URL. Okay. I need to copy this URL over to here. I need to copy the entire URL. Copy this, put it over here, and you will have this module.export. Okay. Now go back to server.js. Import what? Just like you were having server configs, you have a DB configs. Okay. Let us say DB configs is equal to what? Require what dot slash config slash db.config like this. Okay. So this is how you will install db config. Okay. This is how you will install db config. Okay. This is how you will install db configs. Okay. I hope this makes sense to you. Okay. Give me 1 minute. I'm getting one call. ठीक है. So now we should simply, I have the db config. So what should we connect here? Bolo. What? How should we use here? How should we use it here? We should use, instead of this, well, we can use db config, right? So I will simply use what? Instead of this, here I will use what? db config dot db url and connect it to db, all these things. ठीक है. ठीक है. Clear everyone? बोलो. Is everyone clear till now? मतलब ठीक है, right? Till now things look good to me. बोलो. बोलो. ठीक है. So what should be the next steps? I hope till now things are clear. ठीक है. Till now things are clear. ठीक है. Now what should be the next steps? सबसे पहले हमें क्या create करना है? बोलो. What should be the next steps? ठीक है. That is fine. I'm good with this. What should be the next steps? बोलो. What should be the next steps? We need to create what? What was our agenda? Let me take you back to the agenda. ठीक है. What was the agenda? ठीक है. So if you try to see, okay, API for getting a list of movies. So you guys tell me what's the first step should I take? Model, correct? I should create a model for movie. ठीक है. I should create a model for movie, correct? So I have to create a new folder called as models. ठीक है. So let me go back. ठीक है. Let me create a new folder called as what? Models. In this, let me create a new file called as what? Called as, बोलो what? Movie dot model dot js. ठीक है. Movie dot model dot js. ठीक है. Clear everyone? बोलो. ठीक है. Clear everyone? Right. So now what all things will we have inside? We'll have the lot of things, right? For example, every movie will have what? I kind of this. I can show you what it will have. ठीक है. मतलब it should have something like this: a movie name, movie description, cast of the movie, trailer of the movie, poster of the movie. ठीक है. Then language, then release date, then director, and then release status. So these are the things that should be there. What? ठीक है. Something like this. ठीक है. So we have to add all these things in the what? In the model. ठीक है. So let us do. So first let me import mongoose. So constant mongoose is equal to require what? Mongoose. ठीक है. Now I let me do what? Constant movie schema is equal to, we have to create a new mongoose dot schema, right? So mongoose dot schema. I need to create what? The name of the movie. The name of the movie is, right? The name of the movie is type as string. Correct type will be string, and by default it should be, oh, it required, right? So required as by default true. ठीक है. After name, what do I need? A description. The description of a movie. Now it can be a different. It should be a what? String again, right? So description of a movie. Again type as string. ठीक है. Again required as true. Required as true. Required as true. ठीक है. Now what all things we have? After this we have what? Cast. Cast is the array of strings, right? So I need to have a cast. I can simply say cast of the movie is what? Type is array of strings. So I will simply say type what? Array of string. ठीक है. Then I have required as true. ठीक है. Required as true. Then what do I have? A trailer URL, poster URL, then language. ठीक है. I have trailer URL. ठीक है. Let us say what? Trailer URL. ठीक है. Trailer URL. ठीक है. I have this. ठीक है. Let us say type is what? String. ठीक है. Then required as true. ठीक है. Then we have poster URL. Type is string. Required as. ठीक है. Then after this, what do we have? Language. Correct. We have language. Again, language. We have language is by type as string. Again, required as true. ठीक है. Then what do we have? After language, what do we have? Language के बाद we have release date, director, and release status. ठीक है. You can simply say after language, what do we have? We have release date, release date, release date will be of type, bolo, should be of type, we can keep it string only. Okay, we can keep it string only, something like this. Okay, if you see date is what, like this, right? It's a string kind of thing, right? So let us keep it string only if you want. Okay, leave as string. Okay, again it should be required as true. Then we need what, director. Director will release date ka we have director. That director should be what, type as, again string. Then we have what, release status. So RELES status. Now there can be different status by default, release and all. So I can simply say type as string, then required as true. Then I can simply say default value should be released. Default value should be RELEAS. Okay, something like this. Okay. So yeah, I think this should be enough for now. Bolo. Did you get this point? Clear, everyone? Okay. So these are things I've created, right? So now I have to create a new model out of this. Schema हमने create करा. You always create what, models out of the schema, right? So I will simply say module.export equals module.exports equal mongoose dot model. I want to model what, the table name, that is movie, with the schema name, that is movie what, movie schema. Okay, let me save it now. Okay, so we have created a model. Okay, so after creating a model, what should be the next steps? बोलो, after creating a model, what should be the next steps? हमने एक मूवी का मॉडल बना लिया, right? And these are the things of we have to do. Tell me, what should the next steps? API. You are saying next step should be to think of APIs, right? So what all APIs we need to create? What all APIs we need to create? We need to create routes, correct? Basically, we need to create routes. So what route should I create for this? सबसे पहले मतलब what all basic routes should we create to get started with this? बोलो बोलो. It's what all routes do I need to create? What all routes do I need to create? Tell me, what all routes do I need to create? Basically, we need to create post also, right? Correct, or no need? Get, put and delete. Okay, so ठीक है, that is fine. So but how will you initialize the list of movies, right? You have to initialize the list of movies, right? Also, correct? You have to initialize the list of movies, right? Correct? Key what all movies you have to inject in your database. Correct? No? So I think you have to, obviously you have to need to have a post API also, right? To do these things, right? So ठीक है, let me do this. ठीक है. So let me do what? Let me create the routes. ठीक है. Let me create the routes. ठीक है. So now what all routes do I need to create as discussed? ठीक है, we create the routes folder, new folder called as RO, new folder called as ROUTES. Inside routes, create a new file called as movie.routes.js. ठीक है. Inside of this, I need to create a, now I think you guys are good with what, the API design, right? Correct. So here I need to create a module dot exports. Module dot exports is equal to a function. Let us say it will take, let us say, a app that will be called via server.js. You know this, right? Now it will simply say app.post. Now what should be the correct URL? I told you right in the previous class. अच्छे से कैसे बनाते हैं? The name of the versioning and all, it should have everything, right? Right, /API/movies, or you also try to have the, okay, make it like this, slash the application name, movie booking application name की API इसमें we have a version number 1 and then all the movies, something like this. Okay, application name, APIs, version number 1, movies. Okay, that's a good way. Then here let us say do something. Okay, let us say console.log what, let us say inside create movie, inside create movie. ठीक है, create movie. ठीक है. So now I hope it is clear. Now what? Okay, what do we need to do? We need to call this route from where? We need to call this route from where? We need to call this route from where? We need to call this from routes or from the server.js, correct? From server.js. So I will go back to my server.js. ठीक है, I will go back to my server.js. ठीक है, so where is my server.js? Server.js. Here I need to use app.use to basically to call them, correct? है ना? तो बोलो, what should we do? बोलो, what should we do? We have to do what? We have to uh, basically have the route rights, correct? है ना? बोलो, what should we do? ठीक है, so basically we have to get the call this, right? We have to call this routes, and we have to call this, it will export this, and we have to call whatever is required with that thing, right? Correct. So I will simply say what? Simply say, ठीक है, I will simply say here I will do what? After get you can say, okay, here you can say if you want, ठीक है, or here I can add require what? Dot slash routes slash movie dot routes. This will return a function. This will return a function, right? Correct, because we are exporting a function from this. We are exporting a function, and we have to call that function with app. So it will export a function, import a function, and call that function with. Clear, everyone? Did you get this point? Did you get this point? Okay. So now let me save it and let me try to start. Suraj, what happens is we are exporting a function from this module.export. We are exporting a function. So when I do require in server.js, require will have return a function. Now you have to call that function with app. So this will have a function, and then you are calling that function with app. Okay, that is what we are doing. So now let me do npm run dev start. It is running on port 8000 connected to DB. Now let us try to make a call from our application. Okay, okay. So okay, let me go to routes. Where is it going? Sure. Okay, so let me go create a new request. Okay, or let me create a new window altogether. File, new postman window. Okay, let me remove this window for now. Okay, create a new postman window for you guys. Okay, okay, let me create a okay, cancel, dismiss, new environment. Okay, new collection of API let us create. Okay, let us say this is what? Rename this is what? Let us say MBA backend. ठीक है, ठीक है, MBA backend batch. ठीक है, ठीक है. Now in this I need to create a lot of things, right? In this ठीक है, I want to create requests. ठीक है, so I want to create a request. ठीक है, what all requests I need to create? I think I should be localhost 8000 slash, ठीक है, slash MBA slash API slash V1 slash what? Slash बोलो. It was movies. ठीक है, it should be a post request. ठीक है, let me try to send it. MBA slash, but body we don't need to pass, that is fine, right? But yeah, at least the call should reach to the, it is, the call is not reading, right? Okay, it is saying inside create movie. It is running, right? Correct? It is inside this. We are not sending anything, that is fine, right? So response dot send hello. ठीक है, let us say response dot send hello. ठीक है, ठीक है, it is running. ठीक है, now let me go back, click on this, you will see we are getting hello. ठीक है, clear everyone? Clear everyone? ठीक है, so now I hope it is clear. Now what should we do? What should we do? ठीक है, that is fine. ठीक है, So this is this is how you can create request name. मतलब this use where you want to save you can save this also. ठीक है. I am saving this to what folder? MBA backend में I am saving. What is the request name? What is the request name I want to have? Let us say create a new movie. ठीक है. ठीक है. Save it. ठीक है. Got it. In that is how you save things. Clear everyone? Clear this point? So this is the API I've created this to create a new movie. Okay. So now I hope this is clear, right? This thing. Okay. Now we have to write the backend for it. Okay. So now should we first move all these logics to controllers? Correct. Should we first move all this logic to controllers? Right? Right. The logic should be in controllers, right? Anna? Any such logic. So let me create a new folder called as controllers. controller controllers. Now what do I need to do inside controllers? Bolo. What do I know? What do I need to do inside controllers? I need to create a new controller called as movie. What movie dot controller controller dot js. Movie dot controller dot js. Okay, let me save it. Remove. Stop it now. Okay. Now what do I need to do inside of controller? I need to create a function to what? To save things in a database, right? So first of all, let me create what export dot what dot create movie, right? Create movie, okay, is equal to here you have to use what some let us say let us use async you can use async functions here because you have to make API calls here, right? Not API calls. Basically, what you have to do, you have to make DB calls here, database calls, right? Async because database calls are also asynchronous, right? Okay. ठीक है export नहीं exports dot create movie ठीक है is equal to async like this ठीक है तो ठीक है is equal to this ठीक है now let us say response dot send let us say movie created successfully ठीक है let me save this up ठीक है let me save this up ठीक है let me do okay now let me go back to movie dot routes here let me import the controller ठीक है let me import the controller constant how do I import the controller here बोलो how do I import the controller I can simply say constant movie controller is equal to require बोलो what dot slash controller slash movie dot controller dot js ठीक है so now what do I need to do I need to simply say whenever this is called what function to call you should call which function movie controller dot create movie dot create movie now let me save it let me run the npm run dev start so now let me go back to our postman click on create a new movie you have the movie created successfully and which is this means it is coming successfully from controllers clear everyone are things clear till now are things clear till now ठीक है I will give you a 2 minutes break you can ठीक है I will give you a 2 minutes break I'm bringing my water bottle ठीक है कुछ है तो you can ask me ठीक है meanwhile you can revise I will give you a 2 minutes break ठीक है we have created a routes and we created a controller for the same ठीक है that is what we have done show model part I will share a model with you ठीक है but let me show you model as well ठीक है let me do ठीक है this is your model ठीक है no Hariharan I will push everything at the end of the class okay okay so yeah 2 minutes break ठीक है you can drink water and all ठीक है then we'll continue 2 minutes break ठीक है we'll continue at 11:30 12:13 okay 2 minutes break चलो, should we continue? Should we continue? चले आगे, ठीक है. Let me close this. Yeah, we'll take one break at 12 after some time, ठीक है. After some time, ठीक है. ठीक है. So I hope it is clear. Movie model is clear. ठीक है. So basically now we need to do what? You have to start writing the controller, correct? है ना? You have to start writing the logic in the controller. So where should I pass the data? Where should I pass the data? बोलो. Where should I pass the data? मतलब I have to pass it via body, correct? Correct, है ना? I have to pass the data via body, right? In the body, correct? है ना? Sorry. Give me 1 minute. There is some mistake that is happening. Where is my sublime? ठीक है. So yeah, what I was trying to say is what? We need to pass the data in the body. Correct? That makes sense. Now how do I pass it? बोलो. How do I pass it? ठीक है. How do I pass it? So I think we need to use body parser for that. Correct? We need to use body parser for that, right? Right? We need to use body parser for that. है ना? So where should we do? बोलो. So where should we use body parser? So request.body. That is correct. So I need to install body parser. I have already installed it, but we didn't use it till now, right? So I will go back to my server.js. इसमें first I will require that. So constant body parser is equal to require what? I will simply say what? Body parser. ठीक है. Require body parser. ठीक है. Now what do you need to do? I need to use app.use, right? Ideally, correct? We need to do. ठीक है. So let us say here I will use body parser app.use. What language do you want to use? So body parser dot json. ठीक है. ठीक है. Let me save it. ठीक है. ठीक है. Let us do it. ठीक है. Right. That is correct. Express.json has body parser. Well, I'm not sure. Ankit, I mostly use this only. It's good to use body parser. It's no. Body parser has a lot more things. Okay, it has a lot of more things. Okay, so now we have done this. Now we have to do what? Console.log request.body. Okay. So now let me go back to my controller and let me see if the body is coming here. Let me say response.send me back कर दो what? Request.body. ठीक है. अभी के लिए for now. ठीक है. So now let me save it. ठीक है. Body parser. देखो, it's a HTTP body that comes, correct? So ideally, एक HTTP request has a lot of things, right? Right. From that, body parser extracts the body, converts it into JSON, and embeds it in the request.body of the express. Got it? एक HTTP request में से body निकाल के parse it to the JSON and finally embeds it to the request.body, so you can use directly. That is what body parser does. Okay. So yeah, now let me go back and let me. Okay, now you guys need some fake data for movies, right? I can give you that data. Okay, I have some data saved. Let me try to open that. I will give you that data as well. Okay, let me try to open that. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, so I have data for 4-5 movies. Okay, that I showed you, right? Okay, so this is the data I have. Okay. Okay, so this is the data I have. I can show you the data. Okay, so save it. Okay. Let me show you. Open. MBA backend. ठीक है. Save as movie data. Okay. So now if I open this, I have added a new file, movie data. So you can see this is a fake movie data you can use. Okay. For now, I have added in the. I will push it into the GitHub. You can use. Okay. So I will copy this the one object. ठीक है, this is for Bachchan Pandey. I will post it in the body. ठीक है, here this is what JSON format. I will simply, okay, this is not JSON, this is JavaScript, right? तो JavaScript है, तो ideally you have to convert to JSON. You have to convert to JSON, right? So you can use some online editor to do that. You know some online editor, right? So you can say JS to JSON. ठीक है, ठीक है. So I can simply copy this. ठीक है, I can copy this object and paste it here, and then this is JSON. Copy to clipboard and use it here. ठीक है. Now this is our JSON that is to what? This. Let me try to post it. So you can see we are getting. So this means, well, this means we are at least getting data in the controller. Clear everyone? Clear everyone? बोलो ठीक है. Now we have to write a logic to insert it in the database. Correct? So for that I have to I think लिखे JS is a language. JSON is a format. JSON is a format in which client and server or to any two clients communicate. Right? JavaScript is a language. JSON is a format in which, let us say, you write requests, right? It's just a format token, right? You remember XML. XML was a format initially that was used. With the as JavaScript grew, we needed such language to communicate, and that is JSON was created, which is similar to JavaScript. Okay, but yeah, they are entirely two different things. Okay, the syntax is similar, but they are two different things. Okay. Now I want to create a new model out of it, right? I will simply say constant. What I will say, movie. I have to create a new movie here, right? Correct. So what should I do? I have to have a constant movie. I have to create a new model, right? So movie is equal to model. I have to create a new require what dot slash model slash movie dot model, right? इसके अंदर से what do I need to do? I need to do what? I want to create a new movie object. Correct? है ना? So how do I create? बोलो. बोलो. How do I create? बोलो. बोलो. How do I create? I can simply say ठीक है. तो आई थिंक ये सब तो आ ही रहा है ऑलरेडी इसमें, राइट? तो आई थिंक इट इज ऑलरेडी रिक्वेस्ट डॉट बॉडी में कमिंग, राइट? तो ठीक है, आई कैन सिंपली से कांस्टेंट मूवी इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? मूवी डॉट क्रिएट. करेक्ट? मूवी डॉट क्रिएट रिक्वेस्ट डॉट बॉडी में जो ऑब्जेक्ट आ रहा है उससे. रिक्वेस्ट डॉट बॉडी में दैट ऑब्जेक्ट आ रहा है. यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ न्यू बॉडी फ्रॉम दैट, न्यू मूवी फ्रॉम दैट, बिकॉज द फील्ड्स आर मैचिंग. आई हैव ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड द सेम फील्ड्स. ठीक है. तो नाउ यू हैव टू सिंपली डू व्हाट? मूवी डॉट सेव, then movie dot save you have to do. ठीक है, ये करते हैं. movie dot save you have to do. Okay, await I have to use. Okay, creating this I have to do what? Await. Here you have to use await, right? When I'm saving things in a database. ठीक है, await movie dot create. ठीक है, ठीक है, this will create the. ठीक है, then I need to do what? I think it will automatically save it, right? ठीक है, I think. Then let me send the response. ठीक है, I think let me do response dot send. ठीक है, let me do what? Or status. What status do we create for post? Whenever post is successful, we say do not one always. Okay. Dot send the, let us say, the movie that was created. ठीक है, the ठीक है. Let us save things. ठीक है, let us go back. Post it. कुछ फट गया. Movie validation failed. What was the validation failed? Trailer URL is required. Do we have trailer URL? It is there, right? Okay, spelling is incorrect. ठीक है, तो I think it should be okay. Now let it keep it like this only. Let us try to create a new object here. Okay, let us try to create a new object here. ठीक है. So let me do one thing. Let me change the model file. इसमें I think इसको छोटा कर दो. Make movie trailer URL. ठीक है. Then let me poster URL. ठीक है. ठीक है. Let me save it and let me try to do. Okay. You will see that I'm getting a response back. मतलब some movie might be created. I'm getting a response back from the controller. Let me go back to the database now. This is my database. Let me show browse collections. So here you might see movies database. ठीक है, इसके अंदर we have one movie that is being created. Clear everyone? Here we can see one movie that is created. Clear everyone? ठीक है. Similarly, I can insert few more movies. ठीक है, I can insert few more movies. ठीक है, so let me insert few more movies. ठीक है, where are the movies? It is there in movie इसमें लिखा movie data. Sorry, movie data. First movie Bachchan Pandey I have added. Let me add now Jalsa. Let me copy this. Convert to JSON. Convert to JSON. Copy to clipboard. Insert it. Inserted. ठीक है, then let me insert next one, that is Jhund. Copy this. Convert to JSON. ठीक है, ठीक है, copy to clipboard, insert it. Then I have what? Radhe Shyam. ठीक है, copy this, convert to JSON. ठीक है, insert it. ठीक है, insert it. ठीक है, then next is last is Kashmir files. Copy, convert to JSON, copy, insert it via Postman. ठीक है, so we have inserted via Postman. ठीक है, so it's done, right? So now let me go back to database and refresh. Where do we refresh? Refresh. You will see that we have now 5 movies that are present in my database. Bachchan Pandey, Jalsa, then we have Jhund, then we have Radhesham, and then we have Kashmir. Clear everyone till now? Things are clear? Are things clear till now? Suraj, I've added, इसमें मैंने add कर दिया, ठीक है? This is in the GitHub. I will push this in the GitHub only, ठीक है? Let me push it, ठीक है? Right now, let me go to GitHub and create a new repo. Create a, ठीक है? Let me create a new repo called as बोलो MBA backend, ठीक है? ठीक है? ठीक है? Relevel MB underscore, ठीक है? Relevel. Let me say BE6 batch, the BE6 batch, right? MBA backend. Okay. Let me create a new repository. ठीक है? Public repository. Then let me do what? Let me do what? Do all these things. Echo to create a new README file. ठीक है? This will create a new README file. Okay. First of all, I need to create git ignore. Correct? Correct. I need to create git ignore here, right? Correct. So I will create a new file called as .git ignore. What do we add thing? What all files should I add? Go ahead, jaldi bolo. What all files should I add in git ignore? What all files should I add in git ignore? Bolo. What all files should I add? Ideally, mostly it is node modules and env file. ठीक है? ठीक है? Node modules and env. ठीक है? So now let me save it and let me do further things. Git init, git add, ठीक है? Git init, then git add, git commit, -m. What we did? बोलो what should I do? Git commit में what should I add? It's a what? Create a new movie, right? Create movie, ठीक है? Create movie. Then let me attach a remote to it, right? ठीक है? Git remote add origin, ठीक है? And let me say git push origin master, ठीक है? It will, I've added git add dot, right? So automatically it will be added. I've added git add dot, right? So उससे तो automatically this file will be added, right? ठीक है? Now let me go back and let me refresh the page here. So you will see that it is here. Did you see env file or node modules folder? No, right? You didn't see, right? We have git ignore here. ठीक है? ठीक है? Clear everyone till now? Let me show you what we have done till now. ठीक है? This is what we have done till now. ठीक है? हमने आज किया है. ठीक है? This is the first thing we have created all these things in the last 1 hour, 1.5 hour. ठीक है? You can revise this. In this I have added the movie data as well. Okay. ठीक है? Do you want a break now? Do we want a break now? बोलो. How much? How much time? बोलो. 15 minutes. ठीक है? Let us take a 15 minutes break. Let us meet around 12:45ish. ठीक है? ठीक है, लेट अस हैव अ 15 minutes break. ओके, चलो. हेलो पहुंच गया भाई तू अच्छा लेफ्ट साइड में है लाइट में है अच्छा हाँ, ठीक है ठीक है अगर पहुंच मेरी फोटो भेज दे भाई हाँ तेरे ही फोन में होगी महंगे वाले ठीक है भेज दिए Hi everyone, are you guys back? Are you guys back? Chalo, should we go ahead? What are the next things we have to create? अब क्या करना है? I think these are the all the I think create वाला हमने बना दिया है. Now first is to get a API based on the all the movies, then get based on movie ID, then based on movie name, and then deleting a movie, updating a movie. Correct? These are the APIs you have to create. Right? These are the APIs you have to create now. Correct? So let us create the route for that first of all. सबसे पहले routes create करते हैं. ठीक है, what all routes I need to create? ठीक है, so this first is to get all the movies, that is to app.get. now similarly slash mba, ठीक है, slash mba slash api slash v1 slash movies, ठीक है, slash movies slash movie, that's it, right? That's it. Then I will simply say movie controller movie controller dot get all movies, ठीक है, ठीक है. So now what do we need to do? Go to movie controller, then I will simply say exports dot get all movies, ठीक है, is equal to async, ठीक है, request comma response, ठीक है, ठीक है. Then I need to do what? Constant, right. Now what do I need to do here in get all movies? Bolo. What do I need to do here in get all the movies? I can simply do what? I need to what? Simply say constant movies is equal to let us say await movie dot find, right? Find no condition, so I will simply say empty because right now I'm finding all, no condition. Then I will do what? Simply say response dot status will be by default 200 dot send what? Movies, okay. Now let me save it, let us try to run it, okay. Now also let me try to initialize dot get all movies. I think this is fine. It should be, it is saying get all movies, movie controller dot, okay. Let us see what happened. Exports dot get all movies, we have this, right? I think we didn't save it. Let me dot get all, why it's not coming here? Exports dot get all movies is equal to why it's not coming here? What's the mistake? Movie controller exports dot create movie exports dot movie controller is equal to require movie controller exports dot create movie exports dot get all movies. Bolo, why it's not coming here? Bolo, why it's not coming here? Movie controller dot get all movies is not coming here. Is it saved? Isn't it saved? Let me save it. Saved, right? What's the issue? What's the issue? बोलो. Movie dot find भी तो है. It's movie dot find only, right, Hariharan? What you are saying I didn't get. It's movie dot find only, right? So why it's not coming here? It's saying cannot read property the one defined. Let me do file and save all. Save all. Let me no. That this is, there is no condition, right? We have, this is to make sure that there is no condition I'm passing. All it will pass with all of them. Okay. So movie controller dot. Why it's not coming here? Okay, I used dot here. It should be comma dot get all movies. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now running fine. Now let me create a new request. I will copy the same URL. Okay, this will be a get request. Now send it. I'm getting all the movies. Let me try to save this request. How do I save it? Click on this, or basically click on save. This is to get all movies. Okay, save it. I will save it. Okay, so here you will have get all the movies. Click on this, send. So you will see all the, how many movies you are getting. How many? You're getting 5 movies. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Okay. So we have quickly created a. Where do you want to use try catch? You can use. Here you have to use. Here you can use try catch. Where do you want to use try catch? Inside controller. Yes, we should use. Wherever we should use await, we should use catch. Okay, ideally we should use. Okay, you should use await in a always in a try to use await inside always what try. Okay, you can use try here. Okay, and then you can catch any error and throw it something like this. Okay, that is fine. Okay, so now next what I need to do, get a movie by a movie ID. Correct, I need to create a route for getting a movie via movie. Okay, tell me one thing, what if someone adds something, someone gives some kind of, let us say, query objects. Let us say I want to have something like this, get all the movies, right, with, let us say, name is equal to what, or let us say, what should I do, language as Hindi. What should I do, bolo, in this scenario? Or मतलब request dot query, ठीक है, or let us say not language, let us do it only for name. ठीक है, let us say it is say uh, from all the movies get a movie with name equal to Bachchan Pandey, something like this. How do I handle these scenarios, bolo? How do I handle this? Abhi to I am not handling this in the code, right? How do I handle this, bolo? Using request dot query. Correct, request dot query, right? So I have to write the logic for this. Okay, I have to write a logic for this, right? So I will simply say inside of this, okay, let us say I have some query object. We can create some query is equal to empty query. Okay, for now. So if we can have any kind of, let us say if request dot what query dot, let us say, name is not equal to undefined. If it is present, I will add that, right? I will simply say query dot name equals what, request dot query dot name. Okay, and then I will pass this query inside of this. I will pass this query inside of this. Automatically, if I pass name, it will pass it to the query. Okay, let me save it. Now let me pass name is equal to Bachchan Pandey. Nothing is coming. How do we use space here? That's I should write space. Okay, should I use strings here? No, right? I'm not sure if we use strings here. No. What should we use? How do we use space in request params? I think add we. How do we use it? मतलब okay, it is saying percentile 20 we can use. Okay, percentile 20. Okay, so let us see how if it works. Name is equal to Bachchan percentile 20. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me do this. Okay, let me do console.log request.query.name. Let us see what comes. Okay, if I pass something, Bachchan Pandey is coming, right? Correct? It's coming perfectly fine, right? So I think the spelling is correct, incorrect. I just have to fix the spelling. So let me copy the spelling from Bachchan Pandey की spelling यहाँ से copy करता हूँ. ठीक है, let me copy this here. ठीक है. You can see it's coming. You don't even need percentile 20. Automatically space will be considered. Clear everyone? How do you use? Well, you can have more params. Okay, you can have more params, but if you say saw, right, I've used the query parameters to do this. You can pass more things in this, but I've used the query parameters to get the movie with them. Okay. So now it can be language, it can be anything. Okay, it can be anything. Okay. So now let us say next we want to have a movie via movie ID. Correct? Get a movie via movie ID. So I need to create a new route for that. So I will copy this again, a get route movie slash ID. Correct? That will be your movie ID. Let us say we create a something called as, let us say, dot. We let us take something like get movie, right? Dot get movie. We have to create a movie route. Movie controller में let us create a new controller exports dot what get movie is equal to async function. ठीक है, async function request comma response. ठीक है, I need to do what? ठीक है, I will simply say constant movie. Okay, I have to use equal to do what? Await. I will simply do what? Movie dot find one, right? Find. You can use find one, right? Find one. I need to find by ID. So I can simply say I have to pass an object. ठीक है, request parameter वाला object with field as ID. with key as ID, and its value will be request dot params dot ID. It should be in the params, right? And finally, I will simply say response dot status dot okay of 200 dot dot send what a movie that is coming. Okay. Now let me call this function in. Let me copy this and let me call this function here. Okay. And dot get a movie. Okay. Let us see now if it works. Looks good. Okay. Now let me go back. Now let me copy the movie ID. Okay. Slash movie is coming. Okay. Let me create a new route. This will be movie slash movie ID, right? Okay. Movies slash movie ID. You can see it is giving me Bachchan Pandey. Okay, I can have another ID. Movie data में से let me copy this Jalsa की ID. Okay, Jalsa की ID I don't know, right? Because it ID तो it's stored in the database, right? So I can get a Jalsa, copy the Jalsa name here, get the ID of Jalsa, copy this, pass the ID, you will get Jalsa. So let me save this request, get movie by ID. ठीक है. Okay, so this will be a get a movie by movie ID. Clear everyone? This also is clear everyone. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, we are done by movie routes as well. Now we need to have few more routes, correct? I need to have what? What? Bolo. I need to what? Acha, one thing we are missing. While creating a new movie, are we validating whether it's a correct request or not? Create movie mein, did we do any kind of validation? No, right? Did we do any kind of validation? No. So where should we do all these validations? I discussed with you guys, right? Where do you do all these validations? Bolo? Middlewares, right? So we have to create a middleware for that. Okay, let us do that. Okay, let me create a new folder called as middlewares. Okay, let me create a new folder altogether called as middle middlewares. Okay, inside of this, let me try to do that. Okay, inside of this, let me have the create a new middleware. Okay, so you can have let us say what you can do, you can have various middlewares and you can export them via single file. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me create a new file. Let us say let me create a new file called as, let us say verify movie request. Okay, okay. Let me say middleware may create a new file called as, let us say validate movie request. ठीक है, ठीक है, movie request. ठीक है, like this. ठीक है, ठीक है, dot cs. ठीक है. So now inside of this I need to do what? ठीक है. Now बोलो, what should I do? Now one thing, although we have a lot of required fields, हमने उस दिन भी डिस्कस किया था, should I wait the database to throw an error for this? Should I wait for beta? Should I check this only in the database? No, right? There is a possibility that in the code, even before you reach to a database, we are validating, we are doing something, right? So you should have these sticks on the database, as well as you should write validators for these things. Okay, you should write validators for these things as well. Okay, I will write few validators. So let me go to validate movie request.js. Here you can write some what function. Okay, you can write a function or a middleware. How do you write? Let us say constant validate validate movie request is equal to async. Okay, I will simply use what this request comma response comma next. That is what we use for middlewares, right? Correct, Hana? So now first let us say if the name is not present, let us say, so I will simply say if not of request dot body dot name. Okay, I will simply do what? Return यहीं से ही response dot status should be 400 dot send. Always whenever you send an error, always send with a message keyword क्या let us say failed, something like name is movie name is not provided. Okay, that is what you have to do. Similarly, you have to check for, let us say, other things as well. Let us say I'm not checking for all of them. Let us say okay, let me do what okay, let us say we have movie status. Okay, if I go back, this is your model, right? Movie model. इसमें all these are, you can do all this name, all these things, that is fine. Let us say we have movie status. ठीक है, तो where is status? So it should be default released. But if it is past, let us say it is only three possible. So released, unreleased, something like this, right? Released or unreleased or blocked, something like this it is there, right? Correct. So now how will I check it? Bolo. How should I check this? It should be released, or let us say unreleased, or let us say blocked, some blocked. Okay. So now we have to check this where? In your controller. Okay. So in our validator, sorry. So if let us say here you have to check it, right? Here you have to check it. So how do I check? Bolo. First of all, what? सबसे पहले तो what should I do? Is it required field? Is it a required field? Let us check it. Yes, it is required. तो मतलब it will be always be there. Okay. So I will simply say what? क्या? if अच्छा पहले तो रिलीज स्टेटस को कॉपी कर लेते हैं, ठीक है? डॉट रिलीज स्टेटस, ठीक है? डॉट RELESC स्टेटस, रिलीज स्टेटस, ठीक है? Now failed, release status is not present. ठीक है? Movie release status is not present. Now if it is provided, I need to check whether it is out of the what? Three what? Right. Now let us say check for correct values of release status. ठीक है? So now what will I try to do? Constant release status जो हमारा आ रहा है, that is coming from database, that is request.body.release status. Now I need to do what? I need to make sure that it is only three possible things, right? So now how do I store the correct? Where? Okay, next thing is very good point for you. Where do I store all these default and all? Where should I store all these things? Bolo. Utils or no, not even utils. You can have it, but yeah, the better way always to store all these things is these are strings. These are kind of normal strings that are available, right? Correct, ये strings ही तो हैं that are available. Correct. So always we try to add in the utils only. That's correct. Utils के अंदर we can create a new folder called as constants. ठीक है, file called as constant. So let me create a new folder called as utils. ठीक है, inside of utils let me create a new file called as constants. ठीक है, constants. ठीक है, constants. ठीक है. Okay, sorry, constants, right? We have to create, right? Constants we have to create. Now inside of constant we should add all these things. ठीक है, inside of constant I should add all these things. ठीक है, it should be ideally, okay, I didn't rename constants, rename .js. ठीक है. So now what should I do? Here I need to export all the constants. ठीक है. So let us say constant release status. Let us release status कौन से हो सकते हैं? Let us say it's an object. ठीक है. It should be let us say released. It can be, let us say RE released, any, you can say it is RELEASED. ठीक है. Then it can be unreleased. Let us say unreleased. ठीक है. It is, let us say unreleased. Then let us say it is blocked. It is blocked. ठीक है. Blocked. Let us say it is blocked. ठीक है. Blocked. ठीक है. Now you have to export this. Let us say module dot exports equals, you have to export one object with, you can say, release status as release status. Okay, this is one thing you have to exporting from the constants. Okay, so now in the model also where you were using default value, use this content. You were using this right here. So here use what? First have constants. Okay, so constants is equal to require what dot slash utils slash constants. ठीक है, तो it will give you an object. ठीक है, तो constants you will use what? Constants dot release status dot released. ठीक है, dot released. ठीक है, that default is released. ठीक है, So now this is fine. Okay. Now the same thing you have to do it here in the validation. Now validation may be, let us say, correct status is equal to what? Let us say, what are the correct status possible? You have to convert what? Let us create a new array first. Let us say, or let me first have constant first. Okay, let me first import constants here. Okay, so import. Okay, sorry, constants. Let us say release status constants. Okay, let us say, or simply say release status values. ठीक है, is equal to require. ठीक है, dot dot slash utils slash constant slash कॉन्स्टेंट. ठीक है, इसके अंदर से डॉट रिलीज स्टेटस. ठीक है, डॉट रिलीज स्टेटस. ठीक है, तो रिलीज स्टेटस वैल्यूज डॉट basically get all keys. How do I get all the keys? I need to get all the keys. Okay, you can create a new value, something like this. ठीक है, correct values are release status values dot blocked, release status values dot dot released, and finally release status values dot unreleased. ठीक है, dot unreleased. ठीक है, you can move it to 2 line, that is completely fine. ठीक है, then what to do after this? इसके बाद हमें क्या करना है? release status, correct status. Now your release status should be there in this, right? So you can simply say if not of correct status dot includes, right? Dot includes what? Correct status. Simply say what? Right? ठीक है, 400 message. You can simply say, I can use template strings here. You can say use template strings here. You can say movie release status should be out of, you can pass array here, should be out of, let us say what? Correct statuses. ठीक है, that is you can give. ठीक है, ठीक है, let us try to do this. ठीक है, so now we have written a validator here, right? Now where do we copy this? Where do I import this validator? In your routes. Correct, routes में you have to pass this, right? So let me go back to routes. ठीक है, where is my routes? Here is my movie routes. Import the validator here, constant. It will return me an object, right? So let us say like this, right? Is equal to require what? Dot dot slash what? Dot dot slash, or what you can do, one thing, you can have a single, okay, for now either you can have, I can show you, dot dot slash middlewares slash validate. ठीक है, this will give you what? Middlewares. ठीक है, this will give you what? A function. It will return you a function, right? Validate move request. ठीक है, I think if every validate move request you have to pass it to movie routes में, you have to pass it to here. So validate, it will pass the second requirement, you can pass it in an array. This is a list of, ठीक है, you can like this. ठीक है, so you can pass it like this. ठीक है, so now this is I have to pass. Now where should I get this? In constant validate movie request is equal to something like this. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. Okay, how do I pass it? Okay, I'm checking. Give me 1 minute. So how do I pass it? First of all, why it's not taking? Require valid. Okay, validate movie request. It return the function. ठीक है, return the function, right? एक function return करना है. Ideally, we need to pass function only, right? Here, है ना? We need to pass function only, right? ये सही तो पास किया, right? Validate movie request. What's the mistake here? बोलो यार. Inside, first of all, you are saying inside release check. Okay, let me go back to there. Line number 19 you are saying. ठीक है, if it is correct, if not of request dot body, ठीक है. If correct, I've used not only, right? If dot include correct status dot include dot, okay, if not of, okay, sorry, include release status here. ठीक है, ठीक है. That is fine. Okay. But why it's crashing? It is crashing at this point. Where it is crashing, this is you are exporting a async function. Okay. That is fine. I think that should be fine. Okay. I think also next thing is I should use some next also here, right? I didn't use next anyway, right? So after this, let us say I use automatically, I will use next here. Okay. 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 I will use next here. But now the main point is, or what should I do? बोलो. Okay, I didn't export anything. Did I export anything here? No, that's the issue. So do module dot exports. यहाँ से क्या export कर दो? Is equal to. I think it will have all the validations right from this. Correct? Excuse me. For now, you can keep only one. Let us say that is. Excuse me. Validate movie request. ठीक है? Validate movie request. But this is not extensible. Is this extensible? No, right? मतलब ideally you should. Okay. If okay, tell me one thing. Is exporting or importing functions extensible? Is it recommended? बोलो. बोलो. No, right? Is it recommended? No, right? मतलब ideally, Parag, you should never export direct functions. It's क्योंकि let us say I want to have one more validation for another request, movie request. So I should be able to add, right? तो उससे better होता है always try to export a what? A key value pair. So now the key will be so like this. ठीक है? Now let us say I want to add one more validation for another request. You can simply add a new key and new validator here. Got it? ठीक है? So now ठीक है? Here it is validate movie request. Now let me save it. Okay, module dot. Okay, now let me go back. ठीक है? So now let me go back to movie routes. Validate movie request. Or let us say movie request validator. ठीक है? Here I can pass this movie request validator dot validate movie request. Now it's fine. ठीक है? Now it should be fine. Let us go ahead and try. ठीक है? करें try. Let us go back and try to create a post request. Let me first remove the release status. It should let us see what it throws. ठीक है? It throws failed 400 with failed to movie related not provided. ठीक है? Then let me pass release की जगह let me say any temporary value, random value. ठीक है? If it runs, it say it is status is provider is still wrong, right? Release status is not provided. Still a wrong message, correct? Okay, I think spelling is incorrect. You can see, right? Spelling is incorrect. It should be release status. ठीक है? Okay, you can see movie release status should be out of blocked, released, and unreleased. Release status is released. Now it is released. ठीक है? Movie is released. ठीक है? It is now. We have updated with released. ठीक है? I think it is automatically added a new one because we didn't add ID, right? So I think it added. So correct status should be inside bracket and release status should be outside, right? Correct status should be inside bracket. Which bracket you are saying? And release status should be outside. Correct. No. Correct status should be. देखो, correct status is the array, right? We have to check whether all the three में से includes the correct one or not. Okay. So you are not correct. Ideally, correct should be outside. Release status should be out. Correct has all the three correct status. If that includes this release status or not. If it doesn't include, that means in the case, right? ठीक है, तो I hope you are clear, right? That how we are able to, if let us say random value, it simply says movie release status should be out of blocked, released, and unreleased. That is what it says. Clear everyone? Clear everyone this point? Yeah, go ahead, Parag. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. It's about previous routes. What previous routes? These are our routes till now, correct? Okay. Yeah, in that case, it will not return. Matlab, because we have done a tight catch, tight match, right? Well, that is different what you are saying. If you want to, let us say, uh, in that case, it will not return because you are doing hard checking, strict checking. If you want to have that, you can have use key if the starting name includes or not. All these things you can do. But yeah, in right now, what we have done a hard check. Only if the exact name matches, then only it will return that. Okay. So now, what are the pending routes? What are the pending routes? We'll come to that now. Parag, I will try to take some example for that. Okay. Now, what are the pending routes? The pending routes are put and delete, right? I have to, if you see, update a movie and put a movie. Okay. So both will be done via ID, correct? Both will be done via ID. So same app dot put, app dot delete. Okay. I'm doing it together. Okay. In this also, I will create a new, simply say exports dot क्या update movie is equal to async what request comma response ठीक है then simply say exports dot what delete movie is equal to async what request comma response ठीक है do something okay that is what we'll try to do update movie delete movie and I will see a movie controller dot this is update movie this is delete movie this is delete movie ठीक है now what logic should I write for that बोलो what okay delete one is simpler delete वाला करने पहले let us delete one should be simpler ठीक है let us try to write the logic for delete we will get id via id तो हमें मिल ही जाएगी right so we can use delete one right so again simply say what you can use basically await ठीक है await simply say movie delete by id or basically you can say movie dot delete one with the object I have to pass with underscore id that is coming from request dot params dot id ठीक है that is what I have to do correct now what do I need to do after this simply say response dot status 200 you can use try catch here that is fine okay ठीक है you can use try catch here that is fine response dot status 200 dot बोलो send what message as what successfully deleted movie with let us use template strings here right with id ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है with id as what ठीक है that is what you have to do ठीक है that is what you have to do let me save it ठीक है let us try deleting movie ठीक है let me do copy ठीक है copy this exact thing ठीक है let me copy ठीक है let me delete Kashmir files ठीक है let me copy the id of Kashmir files from the back from our database ठीक है let me ठीक है this is let us say Radhesham okay I'm trying to get this ठीक है let me do delete ठीक है let us see what happens nothing happened why id is not request dot params dot id is not defined why let me go back to routes slash id we have defined right let me do save all like a file save all ठीक है request dot params dot id let me go back movie controller delete movie async this wait movie dot delete one request dot params dot id okay this id right ठीक है okay successfully do movie with id ठीक है it is able to delete with movie now let me do get all the movies let me do get all the movies ठीक है let me do get all the movies ठीक है ठीक है let me do get all the movies so you will see I'm getting only how many movies Bachchan Pandey Jalsa Vidya and this I'm not getting okay I'm getting Kashmir files am I getting yes okay let me delete what this Bachchan Pandey ठीक है Let me copy the Bachchan Pandey ki ID and let me paste this. Let me delete and let this do it. Let us look at all the movies again. So Bachchan Pandey is not coming. You will see Bachchan Pandey is not coming. Okay. I can add new Bachchan Pandey. That is fine. Okay. I will add it. Okay. I will add a Bachchan Pandey here. Okay. Again. But yeah, you are okay. Move release status as it should be by default released only. Let me remove that. So now it is release status is not provided. Okay. It should be provided with release st a. Okay. So it is provided now with release. Okay. So clear everyone. Delete is also working fine. Clear everyone. Is delete clear? Is delete clear? Now finally I have to do a logic for edit. I have to write a logic for edit. Okay. Put request का logic that is to basically to edit. Right. So now how do we do that? Okay. How do we do that? That's a question, right? So I think we will again obviously we'll get data from the body, right? From the body. Correct. We'll get data from the body, right? What has to be updated. Correct. So now anything that is available, I will simply update it. Correct. So I will write a logic here. Okay. So basically, first of all, I will get the ID from the database. Okay. ID from the this. So let us say constant ID is equal to request dot params dot ID. ठीक है यही मुझे ID मिल गई. ठीक है. Then I will do what? I will try to find this object in the database whether this object present or not. ठीक है. So simply say constant. I'm getting one call. Give me 1 minute. ठीक है. So give me 1 minute. Okay. ठीक है. So basically we will first try to find the saved movie from a database. We'll try to find a saved movie from a database. That is what we'll try to do. Correct. That is what we'll try to do. ठीक है. So how I will do saved movie is equal to what? I will try to find how. I will simply say await. I will use what? How movie dot find one. ठीक है. By a underscore ID as the ID. Okay, I have to do this. So if the ID is wrong, I will directly return it here only. So if let us say if it is not present in my database, matlab if not of saved movie, simply say response dot send. Basically the status should be what 400 dot send what. Let us say movie uh, movie to be updated does not exist. Okay, we will do this. Okay. Make sense everyone? ठीक है. Make sense everyone this thing. ठीक है. Now we have to check what all fields are available and I have to update that. ठीक है. Now it will be slightly hard. So first I have to check for name. ठीक है. So now I have to update. Let us say saved movie dot name. उसका name कैसे update होगा? How will I update it? ठीक है. So now देखो how do I do it? If request dot body dot name is present, if it is present, in that case return present है तो use that is request.body.name. ठीक है. एक सेकेंड. If it is present, ठीक है, तो use that, else use saved movie.name. बोलो, did you get this point? What did I write here? Did you get this point? ये बात समझ आई मैंने क्या लिखा है ना? ठीक है. तो you have to do this same for all the, you have to do the exact same thing for what all the things, right? Correct. You have to do the thing for all the things. ठीक है. So let me copy it 6-7 times to, ठीक है, 3 4 5 6 7. ठीक है. Name, description, tasks. ठीक है. I can say director. Let us say trailer URL, trailer trailer URL, then I will write simply what? Poster URL, then let me write what? Let us say language. Okay, language we had. Okay, I think then the other two remaining things are release date, and release status. Okay, RELE release status. Okay, now I will copy this everywhere. Okay, description, 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 description. Then casts, casts, sorry, casts, casts, casts. Okay, and director, director, director. Trailer URL, trailer URL, trailer URL. Poster URL, poster URL, poster URL. Language, language, language. Okay. Release status, oh sorry, release date, release date, release date, release date. Release status, release status, release status. Okay. I hope it is fine. Let me save it. Okay. Okay. Now I think I have to update this, right? How will I update? I will do a simply save. I will simply say, simply say, um, let us say constant updated movie is equal to await. I will simply do what? Save movie जो हमने करी थी. Dot save in the database. Dot. I think we have save, right? Dot save in the database. I will save this in the database. I will simply do what? Response dot status. What? 200 dot send what? Updated movie. Okay. Now let me save it. Okay. Let me go back and try to edit. Okay. So now, okay, let me save this first. This is first to. This was to delete a delete a movie. Okay, let me edit. Then let me create a new style to edit a movie. Okay, copy this. Okay, copy this. Okay, first let me say get a movie by ID whether this movie exists. Okay, let me say okay this movie exists with this jalsa. I will copy this ID. Okay, I will use put. Okay, and I will say let us say I want to go to body, go to raw, go to JSON, use what? Let us say I want to for Jalsa. If let us say something happened and it is not coming. Let us say blocked. So let us say what? Release status as blocked. I will simply say that it's a blocked. How do I say blocked? It is simply blocked. Okay. I think I have to use what? BLOC blocked. Okay. So now I think let me try to put it. Okay, let me try to put. It's coming blocked. Right now, let me try to get a movie by ID. It's coming blocked. So you can see we are able to update very properly. Let me also save this request. Let me do what? This is to edit a movie by edit a movie. Okay. This is to edit a movie. So I think we are able to edit as well. Okay. We are able to edit as well. Clear, everyone? Does this make sense? Then that's fine here, and cast array will be overwritten. That is fine. Okay. 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 So now I hope we are able to do something today, right? So now if you want export, well, you can also export it as collection. Okay, let us see. Okay, so if you want, where it get saved? You can't save away. Where it get saved? Arey yaar. It gets saved somewhere, right? Let me do it again. Okay, module export. Okay, or it was in downloads. Okay, it was in downloads. ठीक है, go to mbh.json file. If I open it, you will see it has all our request. ठीक है, जो हमने आज create किया था ना, it has all. Oh no, it has something wrong. Okay, it has create a new movie. Then it has get all the movies. ठीक है, it has get movie by ID. This is how you export some documentation. Okay, just I was showing you. Okay, that is fine. ठीक है, ठीक है. Oh sorry. Yeah, go ahead. गो अहेड पराग. ठीक है. ठीक है. ठीक है. तो या आई थिंक लेट मी सो आइडियली पराग मतलब whenever we use MongoDB IDs right तो मतलब delete one मतलब what you can do there is a possibility right कि मतलब delete one and find one and delete मतलब ideally which is preferred मतलब let us say you want to uh, let us say you are not using ID correct you are not using ID ठीक है तो uh, you are saying delete one so delete one what does it expects बोलो what does it expects मतलब let us say I have you are saying movie dot delete one ठीक है we have one is delete one ठीक है then movie dot delete where is the other dot find one and delete ठीक है so इसमें क्या क्या हो रहा है देखो it has all the filters first of all and what is the right so what it expects delete one see the their मतलब they are it expects a filter query ठीक है uh, and find one and delete right it has what all the same things uh, they have all the same things bolo that's all the same things right right so let us see let me check the parameters once properly okay let me check the parameters once okay so ideally I think okay so delete one okay let me tell you find one okay there is a difference right naam mein to difference hai okay let us say you passed a filter having name as some name as Utkarsh ठीक है so delete one will do what delete one will only delete one document from a collection मतलब एक रो delete करेगा find one and delete basically will delete all such मतलब find one is to find and delete मतलब there is a difference right basically this one right the find one and delete जो है what this will do it will find one and delete मतलब it will delete a find मतलब only one it will find delete a single document from a collection correct है ना ठीक है so I think okay like let me see their return okay what do they return most difficult of the ठीक है okay let me try to give me 1 minute let me find delete one okay this is delete one delete the first okay I think the main is uh, if you use let me use it ठीक है what you are trying to say is the key I think uh, this delete one right this delete one what it does it only deletes a document ठीक है but it doesn't return the deleted document ठीक है so let me show you both ठीक है so let us say I use this somewhere I'm showing you something okay let us say constant let us the result what it returns I will show you देखो ठीक है so let me do console.log log deleted movie ठीक है deleted movie ठीक है deleted movie ठीक है नहीं सॉरी console.log result ठीक है कौन सी मूवी रिजल्ट ठीक है now let me save it ठीक है let me try to delete some movie ठीक है this was to let me try to delete बच्चन पांडे ठीक है let me first get the I get the movie this is बच्चन पांडे right let me do it ठीक है so this is बच्चन पांडे let me copy the ID and let me try to delete it ठीक है let me try to delete it तो let me delete the ID ठीक है तो देखो now send it it has deleted now if you see it is coming what acknowledge true delete count one correct that is what it is returning now let me use what find one and delete right you were saying find one and delete right find one and delete ठीक है now see what happens let me save it again ठीक है सबसे पहले तो let me add it again so that I can delete it ठीक है अरे यार why it's not come Why it's not going away? Okay, it had added Bachchan Pandey. It had added Bachchan Pandey, right? So let me go back and get all the movies. It will have all the movies. Okay, it has Bachchan Pandey. Does it have Bachchan Pandey? Yes. Copy the Bachchan Pandey ID. Delete the Bachchan Pandey ID. Now, if you see what it is returned, अब दिख रहा है difference. Now see the difference. दिख रहा है? It has returned a different thing. Correct? Right. So now the conclusion here is, let me give you the conclusion. Find one and delete. Finds and also it returns the deleted document. Delete one only deletes. It doesn't. It gives some metadata. He acknowledged true. Delete count one. Whereas find one and delete returns the deleted document also from the collection. Clear everyone? Well, clear. The difference is clear. Okay. Well, you can use anyone. That is fine. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Okay. Let me now quickly push the code. Okay. I will give you some time to practice. We have class till. I will give you 10 minutes to practice and I will end the class. Okay. Git add dot git commit -m. What did we do today? क्या? Movie CRUD APIs. ठीक है. Movie CRUD APIs. ठीक है. Then git push origin. Sorry, origin master. So it complete. Yeah, for today I am done. Well, I'm not doing anything new. Well, no, movie booking is not complete. Only this feature is created. Okay. This feature, that is getting all the movie ID, movie name, deleting the movie, updating the movie. That is what we planned for today, right? Right. So yeah, we are able to complete it. Okay. I will give you time to practice. I will end the class in next 10 minutes. Okay. Around 1:55, I will end the class. Okay. So meanwhile, you guys can practice. Okay. I hope it is done. I hope you were able to learn something from today's class. Okay. Let me quickly. You already have the GitHub link. Okay. So let me go back here. ठीक है. This is our GitHub application where we will push all our code. This is the second commit I have done now. ठीक है. This is the second commit I just did. ठीक है. तो this is what we did in the second मतलब after the break. ठीक है. ठीक है. So let me quickly give you this. ठीक है. Okay. चलो cool then. Bye bye everyone. ठीक है. You can practice and then I will end the class in next 5-10 minutes. ठीक है. You can. ठीक है. Was the class helpful? ठीक है. Similarly, we'll continue like this in the upcoming classes. We'll create a big application like this only. Okay. ठीक है. चलो. You can practice and I will end the class in next 10 minutes. Okay.